mixing it up tonight.
Yeah, we couldn't quite decide what to play, and I was already playing this, and so I was like, or no, so Trisha was like, you should just stream that, and I was like, well, I would love to. So let me just post this to the Gilded server. To good old Sun Home.
It is pretty funny.
What's pretty funny?
How a hedgehog gets an X-ray. Just keep them flat. It looks so silly.
Trisha's trapped in the meme dimension.
Sorry. I just wanted to laugh.
Okay.
Hey Nova.
Hey.
Welcome to stream. Says, oh shit, and I was ready to go to bed and everything, then this popped up. Yes. Keeping you up at night.
Yeah.
Aren't we the best?
So, I'm playing with a shit ton of mods. Too many for me even to keep track of. But essentially, they make the game more interesting.
Why did you want to name this Getting Some Suck?
I'm playing as
Getting Suck?
I'm playing as vampires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any special kind of vampire?
The vampire counts in Sylvan, yeah. I decided to like challenge myself a little bit, like just to make it different. Normally I play as Isabella von Karstein, and then just do all vampire or vambitches, and then just like I use all vampire heroes in her army and no soldiers, and that honestly is like the best thing in this game. But then I was like, what if I actually try to use the undead like in an army? Now you can see I'm not fully committing. My army is quite small, and it's more efficient to have a smaller army. But it doesn't feel like, you know, it feels cheaty. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, you know, because it's so much better and it doesn't really fit with the world. Like the world is supposed to have massive battles. It feels like I'm cheating.
Eric Lowry says, perfect timing. My D&D session just ended.
Hey.
And Chaos Nash also has joined the chat. What's up? Yeah, I would have played more Spyro, of course, but I'm just kind of zonked out for the day, feeling a little bit stressy-wessied. We watched like 3 different anime today, and
Big day.
they were all like
Yeah.
kind of bad, and then the 4th one we watched was okay, but it was like already too late. It already like hurt my mental state.
Ah, damn that chunks. Oh, pistolers.
Was Spyro fun last night? Yeah. Spyro Year of the Dragon is the one that I played the most throughout my childhood, so it was very nostalgic getting to play the remastered version.
This guy's walking? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Can you two guys murder the shit out of Archlector Lucas von Pupelschleit? Big guy. Tall. Yeah. He's not... Sometimes the characters seem way out of scale and just seems retarded. He just seems like a big dude. He's just a little taller and just twice as wide, which is, you know,
And
big
Basil
motherfucker.
says, I got hard-walled by a boss in Tevi LOL. Eric says, Spyro was fun. There were sex trafficking bears and sexy kangaroos. Well, that's all you need to have fun these days.
Yeah, these ranged shits are tearing up the Crypt Ghouls. The Crypt Ghouls are broken. So in the 3rd game, they changed a bunch of units. The Crypt Ghouls are way too strong, but they're only way too strong if you get a research that I don't have. At the moment, they're just plain old strong. But at the moment, I'm losing, so it'll feel more fair when I start winning later. So, look forward to that, I guess. So vampires have a lot of kind of slow, not great units, and then they heal during combat. So like every unit kind of ends up getting way more mileage than it would otherwise. And because this guy is so tall, I think he can get shot from way further away than normally you'd be. Yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to get shot like if you're normal height, but I think they can shoot him. Oh no, they're just shooting my guys, I guess. Very risky, to be honest. Shooting into melee, but
speaking of getting stuck, Eric thinks that he can make it for tomorrow's session.
oh cool.
There you go. Play some more Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's Vampire Singular, the Masquerade.
Hey, our honeydew says, so this is the fabled Warhammer with the massive fan base while simultaneously being underground.
Kind of. So this is Warhammer Fantasy, which everybody likes more than they have another fantasy property called Age of Sigmar that
Age of Sigmar.
I don't know. It's I guess it's popular because they force it down people's throats, but everybody kind of likes this version of the fantasy. They wanted to go back further in time to like the Conan character that they have in this world. Super interesting figure because he is simultaneously so like the emperor of the humans, the guys I'm fighting. He is the descendant of Sigmar. Sigmar is deified, and he's also the first emperor. So Emperor Karl Franz is both kind of like the descendant of God as well as like the absolute government authority.
Hey there, Jamie Rose. Says Total War. I could never get the hang of those games.
Yeah, it was a learning curve for me too, but I'm glad I eventually figured it out because it's quite rewarding to learn a new kind of game. It's I feel like it's uncommon. I feel like you play the same game over and over again because you play similar sorts of games. Like RPGs are all sort of you kind of already know how to play when you start picking up an FPS or a fighting game or something. Maybe RPGs to have like different kind of gameplay things, but gameplay is always kind of secondary. Then there's all the Souls likes that are all sort of similar. I think all my soldiers are probably gonna die. But I guess that's, if I'm being honest, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like I should be using soldiers, you know? But in reality, the best thing is just to have everybody blob up around your heroes. I mean, when you're playing vampires anyway. I think there's other factions where soldiers are good and stuff, but yeah, their back is exposed so the archers can like shoot them without friendly firing that much.
Jamie says, I always hit a wall where I couldn't expand any further because the more towns I had, the more money they ate up, and then I couldn't raise an army.
Yeah, that's why you play tall, right? If you have those kinds of problems. So, yeah, I guess now that I have less units, I can explain what they all do. The general guy is the type of vampire that's just like a big brute. He can't cast spells very good. That's why I'm not using him to cast. I have this necromancer to cast the spells because his spells are cheaper by 1 magic, and he has a like map-wide buff. When he casts a spell, all of my units on the whole map get healed for a little bit. And then you can see here, that's the healing cap. That little bar is how much more they can be healed. So I've already kind of expended most... Oh! And this necromancer also has a bound spell, so he has like limited uses of it. But it doesn't cost any magic. And it's from a different school, so it's very useful. This is a direct damage spell, so no matter how dug into melee the enemy general is, this sucker can deal, what was that, 30 to 60 damage over 13 seconds? So, like, you know, at least 400 damage, and he's at, like, 700, so, you know, fingers crossed, he'll die. And then he'll stop giving his buffs to people, if he has any. Yeah, he has this one. Oh no, I thought it was the melee defense. So, the enemy general guy is fleeing again, but he's kind of stuck, so I don't know how far he's going to get. But you can see I'm mostly safe in here, because the regular soldiers don't really hit you very often. Like, melee defense determines your chance of getting hit, and then, you know, that's like the damage, and then that's like the damage mitigation. Sorry, the weapon strength is damage, and then armor is damage mitigation. So, regular soldiers, when they're all bunched up like this, they can't really deal that much damage to you when you're a small lord. I mean, the bigger your lord is, the more he'll get hit, because more people can physically touch him when they're surrounding him. But also, it seems like how they've packed in, they've somehow mushed all my soldiers to surround my lord. So I'm not even sure if they're, like, even more protected. I don't know if they can actually hit, though. I think he needs to, like... I think because they're so mushed in, they can't actually deal damage. Because I haven't seen them swing? It'd be great if I had, like, an AoE damage thing, but I unfortunately... Sigma! What's going on with these guys? Yeah, I guess... Man, if I had an AoE spell...
Now would be the time to use it.
Yeah. Oh, this guy didn't quite get away. And now we're going to finish him off with the second spell. And he's dead. You guys gonna panic? Huh? Scared? No? No? Also, the Necromancer has a very useful aura that heals everybody in the, you know, vicinity. But of course, as I said, there's a healing cap. You used to be able to see what the healing cap is, but they got rid of that feature. I don't know why. Maybe to make the game harder? Who knows? I don't think they know.
No, was asking, is 40k sci-fi? Seems pretty sci-fi.
40k is sci-fi. This is the fantasy version of the same sorts of factions, with the exception that 40k doesn't have dwarves. I think recently they tried to add them back in, saying that, like, some planet has short humans, but it seems very stupid. They
yes, the midget planet.
Yeah, previously they didn't want to call them dwarves because that felt too fantasy. So previously they had a dwarf faction. It was a different race, and they called them squats, which is bizarre.
Oh man, that's a choice right there.
So, you guys dealing damage? No, you're not. You're not attacking. You're all stuck. I don't know. I guess I'll slap it into super fast forward and see if anything changes. You got hit somehow, but are you hitting anyone?
Eric Lyer says the leagues of Votan are the equivalent of dwarves in 40k.
Yeah, I heard about those. Oh, these guys are scared now. That's nice. Yeah, it looks like he's kind of just stuck in there. Oh, someone hit somebody.
The Elden Ring DLC is looking pretty good. Is there any more word on that? I feel like they've been very quiet about it ever since the announcement.
All I've heard was Vati Vidya getting super excited that it might be a trap in the dress.
Well, it probably is supposed to be Mikola. I don't know.
Well.
But did they have? Oh, they had a release date leaked, I guess.
Come on. Get out of that. Get hit. I've never seen this before. I don't even know why this is... Just take away the HUD and we can just watch the battle for all its cinematicness.
February 2024?
He could just reach over. Like, he could just reach... Oh, someone hit somebody. Nice. Oh, it was you. Good job, Mr. Necromancer guy. Ooh, we got a hit. Nice. So what is this? It looks like... This dust stuff looks like it means their leadership, they're crumbling. But they're a weak binding. Yeah, that means they're about to crumble, but they're not crumbling. Stable binding, stable binding. So the morale for vampires is binding, whereas for everybody else it's whether or not you run away. Your troops, when you're playing vampires, they just disintegrate instead of run away. So there's, after a battle that you lose, there's like no survivors, usually. Unless you like retreat or something. I think this is one of those situations where putting it into fast forward actually doesn't speed up if I'm too close to it, because they can't render it. Oh, there's another lord. Oh, that's an issue. Not that he can get to me, but God, I'd kill for one AoE spell. Just that's really the winning strategy for vampires is a bunch of really powerful vampires. Stick them in there. And then you use AoE spells because they don't do that much damage to individual people. Oh, good night, Nova.
Yeah. I feel like sleeping too.
Anyone watch that Martial Magic and Muscles anime? It's pretty awesome. Yeah, we watched some of it.
I've read the entire manga.
I feel like that's another one of those animes that's like better in concept than like execution, but it's not bad.
It's some really funny bits.
I think
can appreciate that.
Yeah, I think a lot of animes have really good concepts with like varying degrees of execution. So how are these guys doing? They seem to be getting... They're dealing damage. It's just obviously not...
Yeah, I don't know. I think if the DLC was going to be released in February, there would have been a trailer. There really isn't anything besides that one picture.
So now they track the damage dealt and the gold value of the damage dealt, like if you're killing units that cost a certain amount. So they can show you if you're getting your money's worth out of your units. So far, the value has been 1,393 gold. I think it costs like 700 to recruit this guy, so... nice value, I guess. But somehow they've gotten packed in so tight, nothing's happening. Man. Yeah, the regular heroes could be doing a lot of damage, but they're just kind of stuck. I wish I had one of those aura things that dealt damage. Seems like everybody's panicking though, so that's good, I guess. You know what? I guess I'll just slap that into fast forward and zoom out into space.
Jamie Rose says, I started watching Frieren. It's very moody, but I like it.
Yeah, Frieren's great. It's really cool seeing a show where like the bad guys are the bad guys, you know?
Yeah.
Oh wow, a ghoul died. That must mean the enemy general finally is touching them. Oh, Marius Lightdorf. That's not just a general. That's the faction leader. That's like the crazy guy. This this Empire province has a mad count is like leading it. Okay, so finally it looks like something's gonna happen because some of the crypt ghouls are dying, probably because the general guy is hitting them. I don't know why the regular soldiers weren't doing any damage. Probably something to do with how packed they were. There's probably something weird about targeting them. Yeah, you know, I feel like the fast forward actually isn't speeding it up. Maybe if I back up really far. There's just so many units. Close some extraneous browsers that might help. So this guy's not just broken, or not just retreating, but broken. So why is everybody so afraid? Are we killing people? No, he still hasn't hit anybody since last time I checked his damage. How about you? I think you were at 400 gold value last time. No. It's a bizarre battle. Although some random people, you see the white flags, like the humans are like running away. I don't know if it's just because they've been in this mosh pit for so long, they're just like, I give up. It's a weird effect that the archers like decide to just go into melee if they can't shoot. It's not advisable. But this is good. You guys get to see me doing this kind of battle terribly. So then when I do it really well, you'll be like, ah, yeah. So next time it'll be much better. But yeah, Freer and super based. The demon genocide is fantastic.
James says in Total War Warhammer 2, a big part of the vampire count strategy is breaking enemies with fear spells.
Is it? I did the same shit in that game too. Oh, Empire Knights, they're so shiny. It is true you can get routes earlier, and certain vampire count people have like auras that make people scared. But how much gold value am I getting into? Oh, so they've actually done some stuff, and since I looked at them, they got 200 gold more value. I should really be looking at the total damage dealt. 25,000 damage, 235 kills, 1 unit slaying 200. Yeah, it's like 2 units worth. I guess that makes sense for the gold estimation. Although it depends on the size of the unit. What's this? Crossbows. Or archers, sorry, 90. So they start at 120. Vampire count units, like unit sizes, tend to be bigger than other factions, but not bigger than the rats. The rats have the biggest. I feel like the fear spells. Oh, there is one fear spell that's pretty nice, but the problem with all of those is you have to scare them by the edge of the map, because usually they don't like this spearman. I don't know why they're broken, but they'll just rally and come back probably. See, their bravery is like recovering. So even if you can rout them, you have to do it by the edge of the map, or they stay. And you can scare them by the edge of the map, of course. Just like it feels very like exploity, if that makes sense. So how is the enemy general doing? He's taken some hits, and he's only killed... Oh, he's actually only killed 2 of them? I thought he was killing all of them. Oh, 6 kills. Oh, wow. Now he's on a tear. So can you, by any chance, hit him? What's his stats? He has 45 melee defense. Oh, 80 melee attack. That's probably more. That's probably enough, right? As far as I know, the melee attack is like a... It's the chance to hit, but I think it's like randomly generated each time. Like it's a number between... It's like 1 to 80 or something. Or it's like... I don't know. I know how armor works. It's 50% of the value to max value. So it's... So this guy absorbs 15 damage guaranteed, but then up to 30 damage. And then like the damage that gets dealt is so it's 24 or 21 from these pistolers in their melee damage anyway. 21 damage of like regular damage, that's what can be blocked by the armor, and then there's 3 of armor piercing. That's like guaranteed. So the armor piercing damage tends to be more important because like of that guy's damage, well now he's poisoned so he's doing less, but yeah, of his regular damage with 30 armor, even like that very low amount of armor, that has the chance to just absorb all the... Oh, okay, finally, now we're gonna see stuff happening. There's no more ghouls body blocking everything. You gonna hit this guy? Oh wow! I saw a smack. We did it. Let me do that. Wow, that's some frames. I don't see the enemy lord. He's probably on foot. Oh, is it this guy with the big feather? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a big feather guy. Cool guy walking over. He still hasn't really hit anybody. Can I just like have him hit who's ever next to him, maybe? Alright, 12 kills. I'll try to like watch that number. Okay, here we go. Can you hit them? Who's this? It's like I don't know. Who's right? Oh yeah, the pistolers are like right next to you, right? Or what are these? Empire Knights. Hit the Empire Knights. No, Empire Knights. Empire Knights. There we go. Hit him. Hit somebody. Swing. Swing at something. Come on. Attack. He has like AoE splash damage, so if he just hits something, it'll do a lot of damage, but this is wow, the pistolers are broken. Why are there's so many? I don't know if this would cause me to... They're not in that bad of a position to be fleeing, but yeah, it looks like the whole enemy is just going to give up. Like, they keep on losing morale. But, like, nothing's really changing. It's the same 389 gold. He still hasn't, like, hit somebody. Are they just too packed in there to attack? Like, what? It seems like the Necromancer has gotten some hits off. What's his... Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's hitting. Oh, you're hitting people. You went up in 50 gold value since I last checked. Oh, look, he must have attacked. Oh, that's amazing. Stuff is happening. All right, let's fast forward and see if anything riveting goes on. I think this guy needs the attack buffs the most, since it seems like his base melee attack is bad. But... eh.
Jamie says, crushed them. No, he sucked them.
Yeah.
Get some suck.
Oh no, is my guy upset? Why are you upset? Nothing's happening. Why how could you be upset? Relax. Yeah, as more and more people are like breaking in here. Oh, he got hit by something. That's exciting in its own way. Like try. Oh my god, he attacked. Incredible. Oh, 2 attacks? We did it. Oh wow. Alright. There we go. We have attacks happening.
Yeah.
Gotta say, this is not a great color scheme.
No.
You'd think like black and gold would do really well, but it looks more like some like rental stuff at like a laser tag place. Or like the employees at a laser tag arena. Which I guess, you know, saying it out loud, it sounds like people that work at a laser tag place should be like really cool and have like gel spiked hair, you know?
Mm.
And like Hawaiian t-shirts. No, maybe not Hawaiian t-shirts. Probably like those big band sunglasses that are like iridescent. See what everybody's health looks like. No, it hasn't changed. I guess that makes sense. I don't know if this counts people who have run away or not, but it appears they've taken 1,000 casualties. I don't know, that's probably people fleeing, because... what's the info panel? Where's your info panel? Oh. There it is. Okay, so you have... oh god, your healing cap is, like, right there. All of a sudden, I'm losing. Alright. If you could just kill that guy, it would be fantastic. Does he do a lot of... he does a lot of armor piercing damage, so that should be good, but... yeah, so he'll randomly start facing the other way, and so it can, like, lead to getting hit in the back, which is suboptimal. Anyway, how are you guys doing? My friend loves this game and he loves playing Skaven. Vermin. Yeah, not only do they basically nuke people, they actually have a nuke. Like, they have an actual nuclear bomb. And it is, to throw an old school term at you, unfathomably gay. It's like...
taking that nuke right up the ass.
It's like, I don't know, a lot of people, I guess, like, play multiplayer or they play as Skaven and they're like, there's nothing unfair about it. And it's like, yeah, but when I have a battle with, like, anybody else, I don't have to lose a unit from a nuclear bomb. Like... I'll be like using the Grail Knights, like the basically medieval space marines of Bretonnia. They're like all crusader, they have like crusader helms. Their eyes are like glowing golden. They're like super holy, and they're like super expensive, right? And they take forever to like, you know, get experience, and it takes forever for you to get them as a unit in the first place.
They try to make it unfun.
And then they drop a nuke on them, and it's like, now I just lose a unit from this strange taxation. Okay, so you're by the enemy general? Somehow you've gotten separated. That's good. I guess. Can you kill him? Yeah, hit him. Hit him? Come on, hit him. I think it might make the most sense to just concede this battle, buy an item, and then try again. He got hit. That's very exciting. Okay, there we go. Because I think she'll win in a straight up fight, right? Because she's a ghost. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a ghost scientist, nor do I play one on TV, but she has 70% physical resistance. She should win, right? I mean, like, 70% of his damage doesn't work? Hit this bitch. Every time she gets attacked by a random soldier, she'll reorient where she's facing, which is catastrophically annoying. So you have to, like, constantly, like, keep her facing the right direction, or, like, make sure she's aggroed on him. But if I miss and click on somebody else by accident, then, you know. Nice. Got attack off. If she could kill him, I bet we would win, because that would be another big morale drop. Like, what's currently upsetting these guys? Let's look at their base value. 50. Okay, Lord dead -10, frightened by enemy unit -8, exhaustion -6, friends routing -3, damage sustained -2, other +6, encouraged by nearby unit 3. That would be the other Lord. So they're charging, quote unquote. That's odd. Okay, so they've been squeezed out to the outside of the formation. Nice. So when they swing, sometimes they just miss because there's like a chance of missing, as I mentioned. But you can see the lazy health bars, or show you. Yeah, that was another miss. But I think even the miss can still hit the nearby troops, so she's still doing damage to other people. Oh no, now you're routing? Don't route. That's incredibly dumb. You can't get hurt other than, like, being too depressed. Actually, I'll heal her, but then maybe I'll give her the, like, can hit more often buff. Yeah, he's, like, so close to dead. Kill him. Oh no, not you. You do whatever you're doing. You kill him. Come on. There we go. Nice 300 damage chunk. Oh, hit him again? One more? Oh, he's fleeing now, but it would be better if he died. That would be more of like a morale drop. Nah, he's gonna get away and then come back, I guess. Alright, so when he leaves, is everyone unencouraged and then gives up? You're gonna give up over here. Swordsman? Very upset. Attacked in flank. If you can even consider anything a flank in this whole shit show. But you're on the outside now. Can you just... Oh, if you go out there, you're gonna get shot? You could get shot. That's... The archers could just disengage and then shoot you. It's okay. We'll take the risk. Spooky, scary, scary... Oh, no, sorry. What is it? What's the Ghostbusters theme?
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah, I guess that's just the only lyric. Here, we'll toggle on the unit camera. POV. We're in Evil Dead now. Oh, you missed. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure. Oh, let me out of the unit camera. Okay. Go back. It's a spooky unit, so... You absolutely do not have my permission to lose this battle. Stop being scared. That is a preposterous state. Do not be spooked. You're gonna win as long as you don't. Stop crumbling. You're stupid. Oh my god. Although, on the bright side, this battle will be way faster if I just, like, buy one tiny little item before I do it. Yeah. There's another thing about this game that annoys me, trying to corral my units and get them to do what I want is a test of patience. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have to continue. So this company had a big, like, shit show PR-wise a while ago. I mentioned it before, but it's interesting to hear all the details of, like, how their company is, like, not being run super well. Essentially, they talk about every game as a DLC pipeline. Which is, like, not great. Not terrible, I guess. I mean, I do a lot of the DLC I have felt like has value and have been glad to pay for it, but they decided they were going to increase the price of their DLCs by, like, what, 150%? They raised the price from was it $10 usually, or like $7 to $25? And then they were, like, calling people who were upset about it spoiled, and said that if they didn't buy it, then they wouldn't make any more DLC or something. And then there was people that were like, there's, like, I guess I assume actual children in the comments that were, like, scared or something that they weren't gonna make them any more DLC, and it just, I don't know, it felt very stupid.
Yeah, that is a very stupid way of dealing with that. Of course people are going to be upset about a price increase. You gotta expect that. Take your lumps, so to say.
Alright, let's see. What else can I liquidate? Oh, Jade Amulet would help, I suppose. This sword isn't great. I guess... You know, that would probably solve all my problems. I could just equip that. I'll stick that on him, sell this, and then that should, yeah, that should be enough money. So this is one of the mods I have. I have, like, a store thing you can buy stuff from. And I think the thing I probably want is just Plague Flare. Oh no, there's another one. What's it called? Yeah, Catalytic Kiln. That I probably should have just gone back and gotten. But okay. Big boy. Yeah, equip you with that. And glittering scales. And then you, I guess. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, sure. You want that? You don't have anything in that slot, so I guess that makes sense. And then I guess for this guy, I have an extra Jade Amulet, so I'll just give him that. Jade Amulet, whenever you cast a spell, it increases the maximum amount of magic you can get in the match. So it sort of gives you infinite magic. Like, theoretically. But not actually. And there isn't, like, infinite stuff you could spend magic on anyway, so. So hopefully they attack me again. Yeah. So what do? Do I just rush at them again? Yeah, I guess so, right? So previously, this Crypt Ghoul, the infantry unit I have, it dealt poison damage, which is to say it puts a debuff on them that lowers everything by like 15%. But since the second game, they've made them invisible until you're really close. They already moved fast. I think they moved the same speed. Yeah, just a little faster than normal infantry. And they gave them the ability to heal while in melee. Which... Oh, you know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. Okay. You guys, go into the woods. They're already invisible, but that's probably better. And... Yeah, fuck it, this is probably fine. And then just, like, go hit that guy. This will be fantastic. Did I equip him with the thing? Oh, I did, okay. So they're going to get shot up a little bit, but once they're surrounded, I'll just encircle with the ghouls. And then they'll be all flanked, right? That makes more sense than just charging at them. Right? You know? So now they're all clumped up, but this item, the catalytic kiln, which is normally restricted to just the Chinese faction, I think, as like an item pickup, it deals damage to everybody around you. There's other items that do this, but a lot of them are Skaven, actually. Yeah, okay, so I can get everyone to bunch up. Oh, wow, you're getting fucked up. Oh, you got surrounded by the Empire Knights. It's unfortunate. Wow, and they're not budging, huh? Well, ripperoni pepperoni, I guess. Have to restart this, maybe? Is he gonna win against Empire Knights? No, I guess. Okay, well, we'll just not have that happen. So yeah, what anime do we watch today? You hated most of it.
Well, we watched more of the our dating story, the experienced you and the inexperienced me.
Yeah, that one is
And,
so painful because it's just...
The experience watching it wasn't as bad. Hearing that they still haven't had sex in the manga at like volume 4
Yeah.
is really what pushed it over the edge, I guess.
And then, I don't know if it's true, but one of the... there was a comment that was like... it's based on the author's life or something, and it's like, ugh. Essentially, the plot is there's like a subculture in Japan of like, I guess, sluts. I don't know, Gyaru. And so the girl is a slut, and then the plot is essentially a slutty girl dates a nerd, and he's much nicer to her than all the other guys, but he's like, oh, we shouldn't have sex right away, we should like wait, but she's like banged like everybody at school, and they're like dating and stuff, and it's just like it feels weird. Like, you really can't, it'd be very difficult to redeem a character like that, and they're not doing a good job. I mean, like,
it's pretty amateur.
She like offers and stuff, but it's just it feels so just ugh. Feels so icky. My God, it's so annoying. Alright, slap that shit into fast forward. And then there's like reinforcements that come in. I'll wait until they come in. Well, you know what? Should I wait for the reinforcements? Oh no, not you. You fight regular infantry, but you guys can definitely fight that guy. Now I'll use it. I'll use it now. The ring.
What really like set me over the edge, I think, was that other anime that I found afterwards that turned out to be fucking unhinged. But it had a funny idea for a plot, right?
Yeah.
Like, this girl in this fantasy world, she's like at Hogwarts or whatever, and she's bad at magic, and everyone makes fun of her for being really bad at magic. And then they go to their like summoning class where they're summoning their familiars, and when she summons hers, it's a Japanese boy from our world who just got isekai'd to her. And it's like, ooh.
Here we go.
They're gonna be in a romance.
Oh, look at all that damage. Isn't that beautiful?
But then they just like drop the ball so hard by making her just straight up abuse him and treat him like worse than a pet.
Yeah.
Like, I had to turn the episode off because at some point she gets out a whip and starts whipping him.
With like a...
and it's supposed to
No,
be
no,
jokey.
no. Not a whip. A riding crop.
Yeah.
Which is like a straight up piece of like bondage gear. Like,
Yeah.
It's like...
it's not good. But somehow they thought they could redeem this couple and make them romantic together. And it's like he's literally being held there against his will. And she's hurting him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
I had to turn it off. And I was very disturbed.
It would be a different dynamic if he was like dicking her down every night. You know?
It was just straight up porn.
Yeah, but it's not. So it's way weirder. It's a way weirder dynamic.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it's like some shitty softcore porn that they put to
Yeah.
teenage girls.
like if the doors close and then she's like, "Nani?" or whatever, but then in public,
I command you to fuck me.
Yeah. If like in private she's like Uchigu, and then in public she's like a mommy dommy or something, it's different, but it's not like that.
God, I can't even remember the name of the show. It was like something Summon Zero. But man, it was fucking rough. Like
Yeah, mega weird.
I didn't think the first episode was good at all. Like it was pretty weird from the beginning. But then they just like amp it up as you keep watching, and it's like you should be going the opposite direction. You shouldn't make her more abusive.
But it's clearly like a central part of the show that they want this like bondage element to exist.
Yeah. Like there's a part of an episode where he's literally wearing a chain because he tried to escape.
Yeah.
And she like just chains him to her room because she's like, no, you can't leave. You're my familiar.
Yeah.
This is dipping into the realms of horror at this point. I don't think my romance anime should be like this. Yeah, dicking her down. That's a way to describe fucking that I've never heard before. It's a good phrase, isn't it?
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Someone said that to me a couple years ago, and I was like, I just started laughing. It's like, they said it in like a serious context. It's like,
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, that one really was probably the worst of everything we watched today. That was the one that really was fucking crazy.
yeah. Although I think the other one, the slut one, bothered me more just because I've had to. So this is not a good tactic. I don't know why this didn't happen last time, but they are trying to hit my 3 guys with mortars, and there's a lot more of their stuff they can hit than my stuff, as evidenced by, like, I would shoot my own troops with mortars if I had them. They should not be shooting me with mortars. This is a bad idea. Pistolers. Yeah, hit the pistolers.
Our honeydew says, gotta stand with Chatham here. No one likes weakling cuck characters. Yep, very true.
God. And they're like kind of redeeming him, right? Like they're like they have it in their head, like they realize he needs to be redeemed. They're just not doing it well. Like they have him like fight a duel, and it's like he just randomly gets like magic powers, right? And they're like, oh my god, he's like the chosen one or something, right? But yeah, if I could just get them to surround.
Just go back to treating him badly again, like that was enough. And it wasn't.
Yeah, and it was definitely not.
This is just whipping him literally the next episode, and I'm like, okay, I can't watch this. No one
And that's
should watch this.
It's very extreme. I just, yeah, it's not. As soon as she brought out the riding crop, I was like, okay, this is actually really weird. Like, this isn't like dancing around being weird. Now it's just, yeah, that's an extra element that is.
Like, it's already scary enough when he's, like, running out of the castle, and then they use magic to, like, lift him up into the air, and they're, like, laughing as they, like, toss him around while he's screaming. And it's like, Jesus, stop.
Yeah.
Even, like, the ritual, it, like, has to be painful for him to bond with her, and she's, like, doing it to him by force.
Yeah, she, like, kisses him as part of the ritual. And it's like, is that part of it when you, like, summon a spider? Like...
And then, like, his body starts, like, burning, and then he screams and then passes out. It's like, okay. I think you're purposefully combining 2 elements because you're into that, writer.
I have another fire spell, but I don't know.
50 Shades of Anime. Yeah, something like that.
If I bring in my infantry, the pistolers are just gonna like kite the shit out of them, and they have 3 units of them. Got these guys, got these guys. But I could get in there and like help try to end this before my necromancer dies. If I could just remind them to kill that guy. He's got he has a decent amount of health. It's actually not as bad as it seems, because he can heal himself for quite a bit, but he is losing health kind of faster than I want him to. These guys would also scare the shit out of them, right? So this... you know what? I'll wait a little longer. This fire spell won't be good if I bring in my troops. Okay, so he's fleeing. Yeah, as soon as these guys flee, the archers are going to start dealing a lot of damage to me. Now, it looks like I gotta do something different. Fuck it. All of them? Maybe I'll leave one. Yeah, I'll leave the unique one. I'll bring in these guys. That should change things a little bit. Give the archers a different target. Because this guy's actually not doing great in here. You know, if he runs out of morale, I think he flees. But then they'll still shoot the shit out of him, I think. There's not enough... Like, they'll prioritize not fleeing targets, but not to that great a degree. Okay, I think they're not going to bunch up into the kind of formation that I need them to. So let's... Yeah, right? Ooh, that is not... Okay, let's do this. I think that's enough bang for my buck. Do that and then hit a little bit of the archers, maybe get this unit to flee. Oh, he's crumbling? Is that normal? Can you crumble? I didn't realize he could crumble. We're right about to win, I think. Everybody's terror routing. Come on. Well, actually, we'll see, because sometimes after the battle, you get stuff gets resurrected. So we'll just put her back into the mush pile of troops. You guys have been sacrificed for no reason, it looks like. Let's pull you out of that, I guess. I mean, no, you go there. you over here. Oh, and you can use your heal spell, huh? Okay, and that's a win. I might have to redo that. Save the necromancer. Sometimes it says like the dead will rise again and then you don't lose the unit. And then the third thing we watched was like pretty well animated, but
yeah, it's a popular one.
Decidedly rapey.
Yes, we watched Undead Unluck, and I gotta say, after watching a young boy getting whipped, I didn't have any tolerance to spare for like some girl getting groped.
Yeah, I found it to be like on the opposite end of being that it was on the opposite end of the spectrum. I was like, well, at least he's forward. After sitting through like 7 episodes of guy not getting laid by a girlfriend who has stuffed her muff with like everyone at school, and then it's like, wow,
no more bitch boys.
Your past is your past. It doesn't matter. And it's like, it does matter. It's like, yeah, you're at your wedding or whatever, and like, it's like, oh yeah, man, your wife, I had a great time with my splatter cannon. It was, that's how we met, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh, that's cool. And the next guy comes up and he's like, yep, borked her.
Jamie asks, have you guys watched Bucky the Rock? Yes. Unfortunately, we can't put that on in the background while we work because there's no dub. So we'd have to watch it all subbed. But we have seen the first episode, and it was pretty good.
I like used my entire brain to focus on that like slut anime. And it was a waste of my fucking time.
Yeah. Next time you should put on one of the subbed anime that we have on our lists. You should put on like Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. That's an easy one to just not be depressed by. Although it's not very interesting. It's just like very simple, cute type stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what initially turned me off from Baki the Rock is honestly her character design is so boring. I hate the fucking cubes in her hair.
Baki the Rock?
Yeah, I don't like the cubes.
Baki the Rock, like that? Bachi?
Yeah.
I don't see any cubes.
Well, they're very insignificant. I see them, though, as tiny as they are.
Okay, I think I vaguely remember this, though.
Yeah. She has, like, the teeny tiniest little, hair that's tied up a little bit on the side with these, like, dumb-looking fucking cube hair tie things. And it just doesn't look right. It's just, like, yeah, it's like 0 out of 10 for fashion and character design, 0 out of 10. And then she's just, like, wearing fucking sweatshirt and sweatpants. Boo. Never says, you know a decent anime with a side story of relationships? Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star.
Yeah, that is on my list.
Hey,
I forgot it.
Check it out.
I forgot it had like romance in it. Yeah, I didn't know it had romance in it.
Oh, Chaos Smash, you heading off? Well, good night then, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, everybody got bunched up way more this time, I think. Oh wow, those archers are tearing the shit out of these guys. Yeah, there's no saving that.
Her outfit is kind of bleh, but her massive social anxiety is to blame for that. I don't know, because in the first episode, she talks about how she's, like, trying to put all, like, her favorite bands onto her, like, book bag and stuff so that people will talk to her, because she wants other people to reach out to her rather than being the one reaching out. So she's trying to, like, make herself a little bit obvious. So it's a little bit surprising that she doesn't do that with her clothes also. Like, she just does it with her book bag and her guitar case.
Are there like, is that like a school uniform type of thinking? Like, I don't know if they're school uniform.
She wears like sweatpants and you know, a sweatsuit, whatever.
Right, but I don't. There's no school uniform in the show, right? But like maybe they're just thinking as like a Japanese writer. Maybe they're just not thinking about the
clothes that you wear.
Yeah, like I read a story one time in a workshop where this girl was writing from a male perspective. I don't know why girls think that they're good at this. They're like, it's the only way I can write. It's the only way people want to read. And it's like, neither of the things are true. But she was writing, she was writing a male character, and then they were going to pee in a zombie apocalypse, and they were really scared, and they were like, I'll be so vulnerable while I'm peeing. And it's like, not really, because you can put both hands on your gun while you just let your gun fire. You could just be standing in the middle of the road pissing while aiming around with your gun. It's peeing as a guy is not this vulnerable thing that they're thinking it is. Maybe if you had to take a shit, it's now you're in trouble. But it's just, you know, it's a thing you might not think about from like you know, depending on like, I do not want the necromancer fighting the knights, because I know he can't win that. So this seems like it's going much cleaner, but he's also getting the shit beat out of him again. At least he's not being shot. There's nobody like over there to do that. This, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. You know, this is a nice angle. I think this is worth. I'll wait for these guys to cluster in, but this is another nice streak I could do. roll in there. Don't flee too much, boys. Got plans for you. Man, that's not quite... Yeah, just scooch in. Scooch in a little tighter. There we go. Nice. Okay. Okay. 600 kills, 184 kills. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Full route? Full route. Come on. I know there's more guys over here, but this army at least, if I can get them to just give up. I don't want the crossbowmen coming back. They do so much goddamn damage. And this aura he has should be doing a ton of damage. I wonder what it says for his like total damage. 43,000? That's
Aura Honeydew says an anime worth watching is Mahoromatic, lovable characters, zero cucking, except that ending went into dark fanfic territory. Well, dark fanfic territory is certainly not good. Says, oh, so hyped for the One Piece reboot, which should be nicknamed Another Piece. Yes. It's a couple of pieces at this point. Everyone wants a little piece of One Piece.
okay. Broken.
I don't know if I mentioned that to you, Adam, but they're going to do
Like
another
Dragon Ball Super?
another One Piece anime.
Yeah.
Netflix is going to produce another
Oh,
One Piece
good.
anime.
So Luffy's gonna get his ass stretched until he's gay, and then that'll be great.
Confirmed. Yeah. Okay.
Confirmed. Gummo Gummo and racism. Gummo Gummo. Oh shit, this is bad. Get in the woods. Please shoot anybody but him. Oh my god.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, most of that missed, which is nice, but yeah, a lot of the work is being done by that aura, which is nice. Fast forward. So that's his healing cap just showing up now. Okay. They keep on terror routing, which is like different from regular fleeing, where it's like temporary, doesn't really affect their leadership. I think, yeah, you know what, that's probably smart if I get closer to the border. So then when they run, they're actually like running off the map. I need anybody to soak shots but the necromancer. broken. Good, good. They know where I am, so they're not going to do that stupid searching thing, right? Like, they know. They know I'm over here. It's not really a secret, which is good. I don't want it to be secret. Actually, you know what? What if I go here? I don't want them to find these guys before I'm ready, but I don't care if they find... Okay, they found... Yeah, they saw me. Okay, so when the eye disappears, they see me. Okay. Beautiful maps, by the way. So gorgeous. I need another upbeat fantasy RPG to sink Oblivion hours into. I know there's like plenty out there, I don't know. Especially like older ones. It's probably the perfect time to start appreciating like older games, since like the newer stuff tends to be a little bit less than desirable. Okay, so once they sort of encircle here, I'll bring in my... They're trying to form lines or something. Wait for the archers. Not acceptable. Yeah, I can't leave him back or he'll get hit by the archers. But yeah, it looks like Catalytic Kiln is doing quite a bit of damage. Is that 60,000 damage? Thereabouts. Okay. Yeah, so the routing swordsman should go right off the map. Oh, right on cue, we see the general's healing cap show up. But that's okay. We're on pace to... pretty handily win this. See, are you in range to hit with Spirit Leech? Oh, you are. Okay, good. Get that in now. Nice, nice. I guess everybody's as healed up as they're gonna get. Lower the general guy's health a little bit further, that might be convenient. But killing him doesn't really matter because they'll just replace him instantly with another guy. Okay, we'll just... beat him up until he's like under 1,000, or like as low as it'll go, and then just end without killing him. Oh, big jump. Hey Gil, Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, you know, thinking about like the favorite bands on your clothes thing. I guess that is a reason you do it. You put your like branded stuff on. I guess I always kind of thought about it more in a aggressive sense. But I was always into like metal and stuff, so it like set me apart. I had other shirts of other IPs, like anime stuff, but I didn't really wear them as much. A lot of them. A lot of them weren't that cool, but I liked them because I liked the show, you know? I had like the Death Note spooky guy. Had an old Queens of the Stone Age shirt that I wore from 2007, 2015. There's a lot of shirts that I wore to death. And I still have like all of them. But they're just so tattered and like full of holes that's really not practical. You know, I guess I should get this so I could summon. Yeah. I can summon ghouls with that. Which makes sense. Oh. I guess I had to grab this. It'd be so expensive, but yeah, I'd grab that. Oh, well, you know what? Definitely get that. Definitely need that. Probably need that too. What is it? It's yeah, this is for crypt ghouls. Now I'll figure it out without it. Do that. It'll be fine.
Hey, Marshall. Want me to leave this window open or close?
Yeah.
Okay. Figured I'd ask since it's kind of raining.
You're gonna wear the shirt of the band you're going to see. Don't be that guy. Can you not wear a?
I mean, is there any better time to wear the shirt for the band if you're going to see them?
Now here's another one that I heard is like people that wear the shirt of the band they're in. And like
that's only cool if the whole band does it.
Right,
like
right.
You're all in on it.
But like while you're performing, right? And I always thought it made sense because it's like, oh, you get to see the.
See what band you're a part of.
Well, not that, but like you can see the merch, you know.
Yeah.
So you can go buy it.
They do that. YouTubers do that. They like wear their own merch in their videos. Makes sense.
Yeah, I saw one YouTuber who was like, he was like making stuff, and his shirt had like had like a giant hole in it that you could see his stomach, and he was like, don't worry, it's like I have like it's like I've just had this for a long time, and it's like you just make the shirt look so bad. It's not even like I'm suspicious that it's a low quality shirt. It's like, yeah, I'm just looking at the shirt, it looks bad, man.
Oh, hey, Gil. Says I always wore a Batman shirt. It's a quote from PCU, a classic movie.
PCU.
I don't know.
It reminds me of like something that would be said in Clerks, but yeah, Doom and Darkness is like the only fear spell I can think of with vampires. And it's, at least in this game, it just targets one unit. I've used it and like had it win me battles, but like, probably better to use Soul Blight. It's a AoE and it makes all the units that you target deal less damage and apparently less armor. I remember that part. Okay.
PCU was the first. PCU was the film that predicted what's happening on college campuses today. Indoctrination. I mean, how old is the film? It probably was just documenting what's happening.
Yeah.
Because it's been happening for a while.
I want their souls. Oh, the rock skulls have been destroyed. Okay. I don't know who they are.
Pointless protesting of every little thing. Came out in the early 90s. Even had David Spade.
True story.
Oh, yeah.
True story, right? I'm in the lounge. We're hanging out. This one girl is like upset about something, right? Just life, everything. Everything is bad and whatever.
Very good, yeah.
And then someone tells a story. Is like some guy was in the cafeteria, and he was filling up a Tupperware with some food to take back to his dorm, and then the kitchen staff was like, "Oh, you can't do that, because it's like an all-you-can-eat thing. So like you can't just like fill up containers and take them home."
Sure.
So he's filling up like multiple Tupperwares. Makes sense. I could see their. Do I fight this out? Not really, right? Just auto-resolve this bitch.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going to an all-you-can-eat buffet so long as it was, a good place.
Oh yeah, the college food is fucking trash.
Yeah.
Anyway, this girl is like, she's like, I need to protest something. We should go protest. And so they just like charge out of there and they go run in front of the food hall, like yelling with signs and stuff. Mind you,
Just immediately conjures a sign.
Well, not signs, they have like printer paper and they're writing stuff and they're just
Sure.
and you know what, honestly, they probably didn't even have signs, they're probably just yelling. So it's just a bunch of people running, yelling.
Words speak louder than actions.
But here's the thing. It's like 12:30 a.m.
Oh.
The kitchen staff aren't there. In fact, no one's at the school. No one is at the school except for safety. Public safety. And so they're just like, they're just yelling and protesting and only for themselves to see, basically. And then, the fuzz rolls up because they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? What is going on? They're like shining lights on them. Like, who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you, stop yelling. Everyone, like, you're being detained. Like, what the fuck? Like, because it's just like random people like running around, like screaming. It's like, what's going on? Is something wrong? Like,
Were you guys on something?
And
Probably.
then they're like, okay, well, everyone's already gone home. No one cares. Go back to your rooms. Why are you doing this? Stop.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Appropriate response.
And they're like, do we have to stop? It's our campus. And they're like, no, you don't have to, but please do it. Just please stop. Because it's hard for us to understand if someone needs help if there's all these people screaming. And they're like, oh. So some
Yeah.
people just stay there in protest of the protest. And then everyone else came back, and they were really ashamed of themselves. And, yeah.
Yep.
The guy who was, like, scolded over it, he was like, oh, that's fine. It kind of makes sense.
Right. I would say so.
But, yeah.
Yeah, if you are the type of person who just, like, needs to protest, I think you should stop and find a better outlet for whatever frustrations you have within you.
Find Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Protest with, like, idealized art of what you'd like to see in the world.
Yeah, like positive stuff. I think that generally, like, have an aesthetic. It's good. It's a good plan, I would say.
Yes.
So, if I go here, which I guess is where I want to go.
Did you guys watch Godzilla -1? No, but we would like to. Because I've heard from multiple sources that it is good.
Beechhaven is here? No, Beechhaven is... Where's Beechhaven? Oh, Beechhaven is there. Oh.
But you know, with Christmas and everything, it has been difficult to find some time.
Okay, I guess... do one of these, do one of these. This feels the most intelligent. Fuck it. Let's grab a Winds of Death. Okay. I wonder if this guy will stay and fight, because I think he should. No. Yeah, I guess.
So did y'all watch any Xmas movies, though? Oh, yeah. We watched all the best ones. We have watched a new one, too.
Yeah.
A brand new one that I found by chance called Beyond Tomorrow. And that one was very good. It's a new classic for us, in fact.
Yeah.
We also watched Home Alone, Klaus, Little Shop Around the Corner. All good. All solid Christmas movies. All recommends. I watched Die Hard and The Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah, people like that Christmas Carol. I have a soft spot for, like, the original, or, well, not original, but the black and white movie. What was it, 1930s movie? That was pretty good. And of course I grew up on Mickey's Christmas Carol, so there's that. Although it's a lot less polished than how I remember it as a child.
I want this gold mine. But now Ungrim Iron Fist is here, and he's, like, actually pretty stacked. He's got a lot of catapults. I feel like this is going to go poorly for me. So maybe I should send Vlad to go do that, since Vladdy Daddy is a bit more competent than this guy. I could pick a fight with Russia, but then... they're probably pretty... well... this army seems like it sucks. I'm not a Kozlovite dervish scientist, nor do I play one on TV, but this unit from the picture, it looks like a homeless guy riding a pony. They can't be that strong. 25, 29, what's this guy's stats? Oh, sucks.
The made-for-TV Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart from the 90s is really good. I don't know if I've seen that, actually. But that does sound interesting.
What about you? Okay, so you're... Yeah, let's take Mount Gunbad. Reminds me of the Bombad Racing. Oh, cool, I can recruit all sorts of stuff. Ooh, I can recruit all sorts. Oh, Mortis Engine. Ooh. Okay, next turn I'll have to grab something. Ooh, I'll grab this. What a shopping list. This army is going to get very strong. All of a sudden. You've got shit to recruit, but maybe over here there'd be better stuff. It's a gamble, though. I believe in the heart of the cards. Let's do it. Let me grab some bats. I'm feeling I did a lot of bat upgrades. I feel like they're probably useful. Fuck it, rock and roll. Yeah, declare war. What the fuck do I have to fear from Tsarina? Get out of here.
Little beach boy.
Taking over your Vitevo. Probably be smarter to like fight this and win it well.
You're a bad man now. It is I, Mr. Freeze.
Tim Curry was great in Muppet Treasure Island because he treated himself as a fellow Muppet. I feel like you would like hurt your neck or like concuss your head by like
He
moving,
seems like a Muppet.
like moving your head as much
He's
as
a
Muppets
Muppet
move
guy.
their heads. I feel like you would like really make yourself dizzy.
Tim Curry is definitely a Muppet guy. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. There's something just innately funny about like Kermit the Frog. Like it's just a well-designed puppet. It looks very fun.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason why those gifs are so funny.
Yeah. Especially when they intersplice like Kermit with like very violent things or something.
Oh yeah. And the dark Kermit.
His shocked expressions are very good. I think the let's see what we can do. Oh, you're on a corpse card. Okay. That's like, please shoot me. Excuse me. I guess put you on the ground. Easier. Okay. And then
James says bless you.
Donka Shaka. No archers. Against the law. Actually, apparently you guys are on the opposite sides. I don't know why they do this to me, but... Archer, no arching. You better run, bitch.
Oh, man.
They're technically like a hybrid unit, but I bet they suck in melee.
I think so.
Yeah, get batted on, nerds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. You guys coming? Oh. Are they still moving? Okay, good. Let's scoot you guys in there. Then I guess we'll just have you guys, like, I don't know, just have you hang out or something. Because I don't actually want to flank around that side, too. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Have a defensive buff since you're, like, doing work. It's good to cast spells with this guy. He has, like, a million... As soon as you cast a spell with this guy, you get, like, 1,000,000 map-wide effects. More magic. More magic. Heal the whole map. More magic. So... How much damage do these bats do? Not bad. Not bad. Kind of bad, but, you know. How about you? Unmolested. Bat on its own. 2,000 damage. Not bad. And they're not shooting. Oh, you know what? Actually, this unit is getting fucked up. That's pretty good. I think all these bat upgrades have paid off.
Good.
Oh, let's do this. This is good debuff. It decreases accuracy. Looking at you, archers. Stop it. Not a lot. I can't get everybody in, so I guess only one thing to do. And that's to get these bats to pull out and then bat some more. Get out of there. Come on.
He's going to bat.
Okay, you guys airborne? Don't be not airborne. Fly. Don't just like suddenly land like a bunch of morons. Yeah, that's fine. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Get in there, get in there. No, they're landing. Stop it. You're flying, you're flying, you're flying, you're flying, you're flying. No, 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 you're flying, you're flying, you're flying. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Go, 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 go. There's one bat here, and because of that, we're fucked. Unit dead.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Okay, can we... Because when they're in melee, they can't take off, right? That's the rules, so I guess... You have to, like, make them fly across the map and then fly back in. How about you guys go in and bother them? Yeah, these bats are just straight up winning against spearmen. That's not normal. They normally, you know, bats are just like a unit that...
Like they're doing a dance over there and it's just the silhouettes.
Like, bats are a unit that instantly die, but stop archers from shooting you for a little bit, which is great because there's no range units in this faction, so you can never outrange anybody. Oh, you know what's a great thing for archers? Summoning zombies on top of them. Can I do that? Yeah. Because you're Kossar's spears, so you're some kind of unit like that. So yeah, you summon zombies on top of them. You can't summon zombies that far away, but again, zombies, another unit that instantly dies, but stops them from shooting. So, okay, now you guys can attack them. So this buff is, it makes it impossible for them to break for a limited amount of time. When they would otherwise have broken. But it only lasts for a limited amount of time, and then they will probably break. Most likely. Yeah. Batti, batti, batti. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, ah, ah. Doesn't even seem like they're attacking.
They're raving.
They're just flapping.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Huh?
Oh, okay. They're biting occasionally. Mostly they're just staring at each other and flapping.
Intimidatingly.
I mean, they do look terrifying.
Yeah.
Like if you actually just like pause and look at the bats, it's like, oh god.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that coming at me.
Like when I zoom in, they look super scary, but then when I see the unit card, I remember how many times they've died, and I haven't even noticed. It's like, you know, I guess people in the Warhammer universe are just tougher than me.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Evolution and whatnot.
Normally they do 2 damage or something like that, or 2 armor piercing damage. But with all the upgrades, they do like 11. So they feel like they should be like super powerful now. And I guess this is the most powerful bats have ever been. Oh, you know what? I could have been sending you to go capture stuff. Right? Yeah. Yeah, you know, we'll go capture that. Actually, can you just, like, fly over to this guy while he can't aim at you? Ingenious. Oh, wow, you just... Okay.
Anyway, I'm pretty tired and I gotta be up tomorrow. So, I'm gonna get to bed, but you can keep streaming if you want.
I guess I'll just finish this battle and then... Oh, we got the rear bat flank. Exciting stuff. Bats coming in on the back. One, two, three, four. Ah, ah, ah. That's probably a bad situation to be in. Are these guys fleeing or something? Oh yeah, broken. Is the tower doing that?
Oh, good night, Jamie.
Over here. Let's see. Batti, batti, batti. Okay, let's have everybody heal up. Perfect. I think the bats have reached their healing cap. They've been too useful for too long. So you know what? I'll give it up. Let's see how the bats did. 10,000 damage? Oh, but they only dealt only 750 worth of, like, gold. So, like, they paid for themselves? It's a lot of damage. But I guess they're only attacking, like, cheap units. Phazon. Alright, well. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was.
I think my aunt gave me that on VHS. It was cool. Somehow I got that crossed in my brain with, like, a flickering energy whip, and I thought that the Phantasm had a flickering energy whip, but I think that was from Batman Beyond. It was some random villain had that.
Probably. I don't know.
There was an awesome episode of Batman Beyond where at the end, like, It was like the Royal Flush Gang, and at the end, like Terry had fallen for one of the members, and then like she went to jail, and then he's like, maybe when you get out or whatever, I don't know, and then he like feels really down about it, and then Bruce is like, the old Bruce is like, he's like, don't worry, I've been there. He's like, really? And he's like, well, let me tell you a story about, and then he like says the name, and I was like, oh my god, that's the girl, that's the woman from the Mask of the Phantasm, or that's the Phantasm's name, and I like looked it up, and I was like, holy shit, it is her. He's like, let me tell you about the, it was so cool. It's such, there's so many cute.
It's nice that they recognize that it's like connected.
Yeah.
You know.
Batman Beyond was such a fun little like what if, but I feel like Batman Beyond's what if, like, it was so good, then they started doing lots of those and they all sucked, and then they were like, you're sure you don't want Nick Fury to be black? And it's like, no.
Like the two animated series for Batman, the writers that were working on it were just so good and had so much love for the original comics that they were able to just create new characters and weave them in naturally into like everything else. And no one else has been able to do that since, because they just don't have that same passion.
I think part of it is that skill is required, and the other part is that people have to demand skill in order to see it in things. Because, you know, when like Game of Thrones,
this great bankruptcy in skill in a lot of
and a lot of people will just be like, oh, but it's like, I don't know, why does it matter if it's good or not? It's like, why don't you just eat diarrhea then? Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh my god, we used to have these friends, and like I was like critiquing like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and like how the writing was like abysmal following the first one. And I was like, okay, if you don't think the writing is bad, like, what was the plot? And she's like, I don't know.
I don't know what the plot was.
I don't know what the plot was. And it's like, well, the plot was fucking retarded.
Yeah, well, I know the plot of the first movie.
And then
the last two, I have no fucking clue.
And then they had like this like stupid argument that's just like, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's just a movie, and it's like my job is like is writing stories. It's literally my job to care. Like, of course I'm going to care. And it's like why do you care so much? It's a movie. It's like, it's such a stupid thing to say to someone who does it for a living. It's like, why do you care if like the lighting is bad? It's like, well, I do lighting for a living. It's like, why do you care if the audio quality is bad? It's like, I'm an audio engineer. Like, these are just incongruous statements. It just doesn't. But then again, her idea of like entertainment is like binge watching all of the Five Nights at Freddy's conspiracy videos she's already watched in a row, just going through like 10 hours of it on her like day off in between.
And now she's a writer for the new Doctor Strange show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, but when the Game of Thrones thing happened and everyone was mad at the writers for being bad, I was really happy because it was finally people recognizing.
People actually demanded skill. It's crazy.
It's because it is important. Like, writing skill is important, and there's a huge lack of it in Hollywood. And you know, there's a lack of it in a lot of places, and I think part of it is that like you have to individually teach yourself, because no one is going to teach you anymore. There's no colleges you can go to. You could apprentice, or you could teach yourself. That's it.
It's especially difficult for like new generations growing up, and all the new stuff that comes out is bad, but they don't really know what to compare it to.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, and like even me, I'll be willing to watch something that's like fine, but you know, I also think like, I mean, I think it's fine to watch something that's like bad, but when you watch something that's like kind of bad but also kind of like super depressing, it's like,
worse. Yeah.
It's like not good for your brain. I worry about the media that like middle schoolers have access to.
Oh yeah, considering we just watched an anime where like a girl is literally whipping the guy and it's supposed to be a romance between them.
That's old though.
It's not that old.
Oh, is it? It was pretty poorly
it's not
done.
Old enough.
Well, yeah.
I think that was like a 2015 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we were talking about oh, we should really do a video on that anime that was like it's like the romantic marital like emotional abuse.
Oh, My Happy Marriage?
Yeah. We should
not happy whatsoever.
Yeah, we should do a video on well, I want to at some point do a video talking about the unrealistic nature of pessimism.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do some videos about that topic. Multiple videos.
Yeah.
So I think people don't find my videos very easily. So if I just make more videos about the same topic, hopefully somebody will find it easier to find them that way.
But like, you were saying like it's really important for the first like sort of sexual content that a kid is exposed to be normal. Yeah. Because like so we watch one thing and it's like the girl like beating the guy with the riding crop. I actually don't think I could watch any more of that. The other one I could. I think I'm totally drained on the guy dating the slut thing. I've watched so much of that. 7 episodes is torture. It's more than half. And like apparently they just never have sex. Yeah. But then like I was like running D&D for kids and like middle schoolers in my experience have been pretty based, like way more than you would expect. Like they undeniable truths seem to rise to the surface, especially to middle schoolers. However, they also referenced like Goblin Slayer and I was like, oh wow, I guess I didn't imagine that. Like I guess I imagined because I did imagine middle schoolers would get their hands on it, but then I guess I was like divorced from how young middle schoolers are, and just like thinking like, man, going through puberty, seeing that as like
your first sexual experience.
Yeah, because like I think, especially at that age and maybe even like older, people are like kind of reticent to look up like actual pornography, but if you're seeing it in incidental things, it's like, let's say there's like I don't know, if this Ferris Bueller's Day Off, do they go to the beach or something? It's like, because I know a lot of people, like a lot of teachers and stuff were like super all over the girl in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Let's say there's I don't remember the movie, but let's say there's a beach scene in that. So you have like in the 80s, someone's like playing Ferris Bueller's Day Off and they're rewinding the beach scene on mute and they're like play, rewind, play, or Baywatch or something, right? Sure. And then that's what they're like entertaining themselves to. But then like if like now if it's Goblin Slayer, I am
that's much worse. Yeah,
that's like a real concern. So, and then if the relationships that you're exposed to in your media consists of like girl with riding crop beating a literal slave.
Oh yes, romance.
And then like the other end of the spectrum was like that undead thing where he's like groping her and chasing her around. Is like, you need to strip naked. I need to touch all of your skin so that I can.
And then there's like My Happy Marriage where the guy is just abusive, but she's like, oh, but this is better.
Dude, the voice acting is so funny because of how sincere and how good the voice actor is. It seems so much more insane. Yeah. When I was talking to John, we were having a chat. I shared my screen and played it, and he had to hear the dialogue to understand it. He's like Jesus Christ.
Yes, it's my fault. I'll try again to make breakfast right, darling. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Fucking Netflix.
Kind of hoping you do a video on the evolution of Uzaki-chan. Uzaki-chan more than just a thought. Uzaki.
I could totally do that. I'm probably caught up on the manga, so I could detail in great expertise.
I thought Uzaki-chan was a super normal romance. Like I didn't find anything like super out there about it. There's like the other girl character who's like a weirdo, but Uzaki and the main character, it seems like a really normal romance. The only thing that's special about the situation is that she happens to have massive tits. But
yeah, well, they also have like some fan service scenes, I suppose. But that's to be expected when you have a girl with massive tits as the character.
But she's also not like every aspect of her being is not super attractive. Like her hair isn't like super attractive, her face isn't super attractive.
She's actually very like boyish looking, except for the massive tits.
Yeah, it comes to a balance as the whole character doesn't look too ugly or too attractive. It feels like she feels like pretty unique in that sense, and I can appreciate that. And it feels very real because she kind of, that's like her attractive feature is the boobs, and it's like. I don't know, and I think that's a very touchy thing for girls sometimes. So it's like something people will take like offense to, and then it's something that like it's something that I guess like guys will like white knight about because it's like a sensitive issue to have like massive bazongas.
Right.
But it's not like
Usaki's fine. It's like not the best romance I've ever seen, but it's like fine.
It's decent.
Not something like to cry over.
I think the manga is like pretty poorly paced.
Yeah. It takes a while for them to actually get together.
And then when they finally, I don't know, a lot of the moments that are supposed to be like really good, I felt like didn't land super hard. Kind of the same thing with like Kaguya in a way, but a lot of the moments in Kaguya post like confession and stuff were really strong. Like the time when they like lay together or whatever, they just like sleep like snuggling. Yeah, that was super cute and really funny. How the sister didn't sleep the entire night, and she's like just they show her like bleary eyes. She's been like laying awake pretending to sleep the entire night until like morning. And then when they first have sex, I thought that was handled pretty well.
It was a bit jokey though.
Yeah, but then they like later she talks about it, and I thought it was pretty sweet, like what she says about the experience. Yeah. Kaguya-sama Love is War is pretty solid. We're gonna we have a get together with our friends like they live kind of far, every like month. January we're gonna go get exotic like meat and stuff. Yeah. Gonna get an ostrich egg. Gonna make an omelet with an ostrich egg and like wild boar. And if we could find yak, I'd be super happy. But we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we still gotta pick a day for that, I suppose.
Oh, we do. Fuck. And then in February, we're gonna get together in January and watch random stuff. But then in February, I think we're gonna watch like romance stuff. So so Trisha's like compiling a list.
Oh man, we have a lot of romance recommendations though.
Yeah.
It's not even hard.
We should make
the real hard part is like picking a good specific episode to show them.
Are you gonna do a romance anime recommendation top 10 for like February?
I could. I think I'll just like have the same list and just like pull it up again later, or maybe like add stuff to other romance. Because if they want to like watch a little romance early, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter.
It'd be a super.
But we won't watch everything all at once.
It'd be a super useful chart. Is like what elements show up where in the series. So like, do you have enough runway to take off? So like, if in the very first episode they have like a stupid like booby like bath oopsies I touched her boob by accident scene, a lot of girls, it's no go, right? it's like it does, the plane can't take off. But if it's on episode like 3 or something, maybe she's like, oh, this is a fun show, and then that happens, you know?
Sure.
Anyway, we've been going on for a while. Oh yeah, Nagatoro. I actually didn't hate Nagatoro, but it's super fucking weird. I think it's... You know what, honestly, Nagatoro is not as weird as the isekai thing we watched. That was really
really weird,
yeah. That was really disturbing. The Nagatoro thing, she's mostly joking when she's mean to him. Like, she's mostly just like... She'll say that she's going to do something weird, and then he'll be like, kind of... not like he doesn't want it, but he doesn't fight back that much, and then she makes fun of him being a pussy for not fighting back. So it's like the general theme of her bullying is she's trying to make him
less of a pussy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And also the first chapter is way fucking weirder than the whole rest of the series. I think the series generally is feeding into a toxic mentality that a lot of nerdy guys have, which is there has to be something wrong with the girl in order for it to be in order for it to be real. A much more enticing fantasy is that there's something wrong with the girl. She has like an anger problem, she's autistic, she like there's something wrong with her. Yeah, it feels much more secure. It feels like they won't leave. It's but like I don't know, my standards for like an appealing story like that, like an appealing fantasy, they went up like astronomically after I met Trisha, because it's just like there's nothing really wrong with Trisha.
Wow.
She doesn't like beat me or anything. Like
yeah. I don't pull out the whips.
Yeah, she doesn't take out a riding crop and hit me. So
yeah.
Oh, that is true. The
What about Magic Senpai?
the guy in Uzaki-chan, when they gave Uzaki's mom a husband, it got weird with her like fantasizing about the dude.
Yeah, that is it's a very weird running joke.
It's inconsistent too, because sometimes she's upset about it, but she has this wild imagination where she's like, "Oh no, he's thinking this." But then in some chapters, it's like she's fantasizing, and in other chapters, it switches back and forth between she's upset about it.
Well, I guess it's like she's embarrassed because she thinks that he likes her or whatever.
Yeah. Some of the chapters, it seems more like it's her fantasy.
Yeah.
And then other chapters, she's like worried about it.
It feels like a running gag that should have just like ended by now. Now that they're dating.
There is something wrong with all women, Adam. All right. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I know not everyone is into this boring ass strategy game, but I'm glad you stopped by anyway. Trisha didn't feel like playing Spyro, and I didn't feel like capable of playing a platforming game, so didn't. I was gonna do Castlevania, but then I was like, God, I'm just gonna not be able to do it.
Well, I told him he could just play Warhammer, and that's fine.
Hopefully, it was entertaining. I know I got like stuck in the same shitty battle for like forever, but yeah.
Yeah, the real entertainment is just sitting around and chatting, right, guys?
It was a fun stream. I was at work listening. Well, you got the best experience. Because there wasn't much to see. It was just a bunch of blob battles.
Yes.
I should have showed you guys the super cancer strategy that's like not even close to being legitimate, which is you have the necromancer with the healing aura, and then you stack a full 19 units of like skeletons or zombies or whatever like on top of each other when you're starting, like when you're just like deploying everybody. So they're more tightly packed than is possible, and you stick them in the trees so they're not super vulnerable to ranged, and then you just like sit there, and eventually, because they'll go to attack your units, right? But they can't even like hit one full unit because they're so mushed. Each unit is so divided amongst other random units from other things. Anyway, you hit it on super fast forward, and they just eventually just they try to attack you and just die. Like they eventually fail, unless they have artillery. That's a whole different story. Not good. Don't want artillery. Or a mage that will just cast a fire spell and lag the shit out of your game as you lose. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. The narrating was good. I'm glad you appreciated it. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out.
We'll see you next time, I
Yeah.
suppose. Maybe tomorrow. Or actually, you have Vampire tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and then once that's... Yeah, probably no stream tomorrow. Because I'll probably be talking to my buddy tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense. So, well, there's always Fridays with Dan Fan, guys. And, more game fans streams to be had at a later time. So I hope you enjoyed this one.
Yeah.